Welcome to a Treadmill trivia stack that takes a darker turn. Real killers who shaped the FBI. Each case in this stack pushed investigators to new limits and forever changed how the Bureau hunts for justice. So keep that pace steady, stay focused, and see how much true crime insight you've got while the miles and mysteries unfold. This isn't just cardio, it's a psychological workout for your mind and your stride. Let's begin. Round 1, true crime, real killers who shaped the FBI. Question, which serial killer was known as the co-ed killer? A, Jeffrey Dahmer, B, Ted Bundy, C, Edmund Kemper, or D, John Wayne Gacy? Here's a clue. He was known for his chilling intelligence and calm confessions. The answer is Edmund Kemper. Fun facts. Kemper had an IQ around 145, making him unusually intelligent among serial killers. He committed his first murders at age 15, killing his grandparents before being institutionalized. After his final killing, he turned himself in voluntarily to the police. Round 2, true crime, real killers who shaped the FBI. Question, which killer was nicknamed BTK? A, Ted Bundy, B, Dennis Rader, C, Richard Ramirez, or D, John Wayne Gacy? Clue, his nickname stood for his own chilling method. The answer is B, Dennis Rader. Fun facts. BTK stands for Bind, Torture, Kill, describing exactly how he murdered his victims. He was finally caught after sending a floppy disk whose metadata traced it back to his church office. He killed 10 people in Kansas over nearly 2 decades from 1974 to 1991. Round 3, true crime, real killers who shaped the FBI. Which serial killer's charming looks helped him lure victims? A, Ted Bundy, B, Jeffrey Dahmer, C, John Wayne Gacy, or D, Ed Kemper? Here's a clue. He often pretended to be injured to gain trust. The answer is A, Ted Bundy. Fun facts. Bundy admitted to 30 murders across several states targeting young women. His case provided the FBI with valuable insights into the psychology and behavior of organized serial killers. He escaped from custody twice, once from a courthouse and once from jail. Bundy even defended himself in court during his trials, using his intelligence and charm without success. He was executed in Florida in 1989. Round 4, true crime, real killers who shaped the FBI. Which killer worked as a clown at children's parties? A, John Wayne Gacy, B, Ted Bundy, C, BTK, or D, Richard Ramirez? Your clue, he hid victims beneath his house. The answer is A, John Wayne Gacy. Fun facts. Gacy was known as the killer clown because he performed at children's events. Gacy murdered at least 33 young men, many of whom he buried under his house. His dual life as a respected community member and brutal killer helped criminal profilers understand the concept of double lives. Round 5, true crime, real killers who shaped the FBI. Which serial killer was known as the Green River Killer? Was it A, Albert DeSalvo, B, Gary Ridgway, C, David Berkowitz, or D, Richard Kuklinski? Here's a clue. He targeted vulnerable women for over 2 decades. The correct answer is B, Gary Ridgway. Fun facts. Ridgway confessed to murdering 71 women, most of whom were sex workers or runaways. He disposed of his victims near Washington's Green River, which inspired his nickname. He was finally caught in 2001 using advanced DNA testing and pled guilty to avoid the death penalty, receiving multiple life sentences instead. Round 6. True crime. Which killer's crimes helped pioneer the FBI's VICAP system? A. Larry Eyler, B. Ted Bundy, C. Wayne Williams, or D. Robert Hansen? Here's a clue. His cross-state murders made coordination essential. The answer is A. Larry Eyler. Fun facts. Eyler, known as the Highway Killer, targeted young men along Midwestern interstates, leaving a trail of victims across multiple states. Because the murders happened under different jurisdictions, police struggled to connect the dots. That investigative gap led to the creation of VICAP, the FBI's Violent Criminal Apprehension Program, a national database designed to track and compare violent crimes, helping investigators spot patterns and link serial offenders. Before his death in prison from AIDS-related complications, Eyler confessed to 21 murders. Round 7. True crime. Which serial killer was a nurse who murdered patients with overdoses? A. Charles Cullen, B. Richard Speck, C. Albert Fish, or D. Dean Corll? Here's a clue. He became known as the Angel of Death. The correct answer is A. Charles Cullen. Fun facts. Cullen is believed to have killed more than 40 patients, possibly far more. Cullen frequently moved between hospitals in New Jersey and Pennsylvania, often after complaints about his behavior. Using insulin and digoxin, he quietly overdosed his patients and was finally caught when colleagues noticed irregularities in the medication records. His case led to stricter reporting requirements and background checks in healthcare. Round 8. True crime. Question. Which serial killer inspired the term organized offender in FBI profiling? A. Wayne Williams, B. Gary Ridgway, C. Ted Bundy, or D. Edmund Kemper? Here's a clue. He carefully planned and controlled every detail. The answer is C. Ted Bundy. Fun facts. Bundy helped investigators understand how some killers keep trophies from victims and revisit crime scenes to relive their crimes. His detailed psychological assessments provided rare insight into the manipulative charm and calculated behavior of a psychopath. The FBI used these evaluations as a model to refine their profiling strategies, helping agents recognize similar traits in future offenders. While on death row, he actually assisted investigators in profiling another serial killer, the Green River Killer, Gary Ridgway. Round 9. True crime. Question. Which serial killer's case led to the Atlanta Child Murders Task Force? A. Wayne Williams, B. Gary Ridgway, C. Richard Ramirez, or D. Charles Manson? Here's a clue. His case pushed forensic science to the forefront of modern investigations. The correct answer is A. Wayne Williams. Fun facts. Wayne Williams was linked to more than 20 murders of children and teens in Atlanta between 1979 and 1981. He was caught after police matched unique carpet and dog fibers found on victims to those in his home. Despite the strong forensic evidence, Williams has always maintained his innocence, and his case was later featured in the Netflix series Mindhunter. Round 10, True Crime. Question: which killer was known for stalking couples in lovers' lanes? A, the Phantom Killer, B, Richard Ramirez, C, BTK, or D, Albert DeSalvo? Here's a clue. His 1946 spree inspired the film The Town That Dreaded Sundown. The correct answer is A, the Phantom Killer. Fun facts. In 1946, the Phantom Killer attacked 8 people in Texarkana, mostly young couples parked in secluded areas. Despite numerous suspects, his true identity was never confirmed. The murders caused widespread panic and led to curfews and armed patrols. The case became one of the first major crime stories to capture national media attention and remains unsolved to this day. And that wraps up your true crime stack, real killers who shaped the FBI. You've just powered through stories that changed criminal history and got your workout in along the way. So take a breath, cool down, and remember, it's not just your body getting stronger, it's your mind too. When you're ready for more, load up another stack and keep the momentum going, one stride, one mystery at a time.